Kingsley.
Hogan.
All good.
Explain to Facebook.
Morning. Yeah, I'm also known as the North of England bodyboarding champion. But we normally go on canals, so I cocked up on the Tuesday, I think it was. Anyway, never mind. Moving on. So, this is me, Mike Wilson Decorators. Oh,
I just touched that in a move. There you go. Beautiful wedge.
So having a great family is important to me. I've been fortunate to ring up 3 beautiful girls. There's Jessica there now, she's head of maths at Orang. Our Rosie's into digital marketing, doing very well. And Isabella's at Queensland Academy, and she's a little star. So this is where it started, like just a small little terraced house back in England. And then it's just like one of them that's on Coronation Street, you might have seen them, and then I'm back here now onto the sunny coast. So in 1978 I became an apprentice in painting and decorating, got sitting guilds from the London Institution. By the age of 23 I'd started up my own business. I just got fed up working for people and having crap pay, so I was making more money on a weekend than I was like for 4 fortnights at work, so I got cajoled into going on my own, and I've never looked back since. The early years were a bit hit and miss structure-wise, because I was still young, I was still out partying, and then I realised that I needed to restructure the business. I had a few builders go bang on me, and I just ended up just getting proper contracts at McDonald's, at power stations, schools, councils. Your money was safe. And that's the way I've sort of pushed the business towards. So in the UK, I'd employ anything from 10 to 20 people. We had subcontractors, different things, depending on the size of the contracts. Some of them was like 50, 60 bedroom nursing homes, or we'd do like massive jobs in power stations. In NZ, I had about 5 painters working for me there. Doing really well. Then the earthquake hit, and we started doing really well, like, because there was a lot of demand for paints and decorating. In Australia, I've been back on my own now for about 2 years this time, and I've got a couple of regular subcontractors. I'm just going from strength to strength, and part of that reason is because of this group and some of the referrals we get. So networking is what I really believe in, and I just think I'd like to thank Glenn Bossy, who's not here today, for introducing me to this group. I just think the golf course referral group is one of the best groups I've ever been in. I've been in a few different ones around the world. It's important that you give out referrals and use other businesses in this group, and in the long run you'll reap the benefits, which I've been doing over the last year or so. I've been able to use like Rene, Jay, you know, there's a different list there. There's a few that I tried out this morning, but technical problems. But overall, I've had about $80,000 worth of work to give out, and I've also received about 100,000. The next 2 jobs are like from referrals from from you in the group, recommended me, random customer from Pat Pines, you know, just said you get a lot of likes there, you must be good. I said, yeah, I do, I am good. And finally, I'd like to thank Campbell and Anita for all the hard work they do in organising this group, and anybody else who's in the background doing it. So why do we paint? There's 3 main reasons: preservation, sanitation and decoration. So like preservation, a good example, wooden decks, GC, a lot of salt in the air, your deck's going to rot, so you as well keep maintaining them with painting them rather than getting a chippy in who's going to charge you 3-4 times as much to replace it. Sanitation's good clean surfaces, like in kitchens, bathrooms especially, to stop your mildew, and then you can wash any muck down on the kitchen, get a bit of tomato sauce on, you know, the paintwork or whatever. And then decoration is just to enhance the overall look of any interior or exterior property, and then you can look back and feel proud of your house. So industrial, these are good examples of lines. This is what they did. They got their own lad to do it. You can see how wobbly they are. They go all over the place. And they got me in. We straightened them all I must admit, my factory lines are better than my punch lines, but there you go. I recently did one of Roz's. I just couldn't find it. I just couldn't find the picture this morning. Sorry. And then the Boulevard Apartments is one of the commercial stuff I do. I've been very lucky that Marion took us on board and let us do about 5 or 6 of those. She's also given a few references to other people. At the moment I'm in Spindrift on the beach, and other friends of Marion's, and they've given me about 4 or 5 different units, so it's just a part of the group. Marion recommends you, they're definitely worth following up on. And you can see here how we took an arch out, old school. We've got the arch square, and when you come into the building, you can actually see the sea, and it's not hidden. So domestic, one customer wants this sexy black wall, and all the house is black and white. They really went overboard, but to achieve a black wall, it's really difficult. You've got to get the right paint. So I used a resin paint, which is a New Zealand brand. It's a waterborne enamel that's pretty flat, and it's hard wearing, and it just looks really nice. It doesn't show the imperfections that you might have on your walls. Not sure if there's a video on there. Oh, maybe. Oh, not sure, not very technical, unfortunately. Stick to painting, stay in my lane. Anyway, oh, there you go, there's me painting. Benny Hill style. Yeah. See, when I'm on an hourly rate on a customer's house,
You painted that wall last time too.
So preservation, sanitation. This was a good example. We did a job out west for Naomi, and underneath all this red wallpaper there was asbestos. So if you want to remove the asbestos, they were looking at $30,000–$40,000. So what we did, we just put a wallpaper over the top of it, just a blown vinyl, what you get from Bunnings, maybe $8–9 a roll, and that which seals the asbestos in, and then we just painted over the top of it. So it hides the asbestos. That was the spec I was giving off the customer. They didn't want to spend that much money, and that's a really good way of saving the customer money and keeping a hazardous product or hazardous material safe.
Leave it for the next one.
Yeah. Well, it's not my domain. We don't advertise it, but we do quite a bit of like little renovations, like where people, they actually take this out, they didn't want to see the mess behind it, and this is what we did afterwards. We sort of patch blasted it up, and they were quite happy that we actually paint exactly to what was in the original bedrooms paint as well, so she was quite happy. That's in your street there, the Russians. And then wallpapering, it's a sort of a dying art now, because obviously they don't do a lot of wallpaping. We were brought up in the UK, every 3rd job would be wallpapering. So I'm quite apt at wallpapering. And it does, for me, I like wallpapering, might be biased, but it makes a great feature wall, and you can use all different types of colours. Special effects, so this woman had this red wall in her pool room, and she didn't like it. And she asked me, could I do something gold? I was like, oh my God. So there's a paint over here, you're supposed to swish and swirl it, but that's not the effect she wanted. So what I did, I got a heavy texture roller, what you'd work on outside with on render, and I used that on the wall, and it created the effect of a universal like finish, and it was gold, and she loved it, like, you know. I think we had a bit of fun with that, so. So this is how I did it, with this really heavy roller, rather than the old collar over here, the swirl. It's very good. Yeah, license to thrill, Miss Moneypenny. There you go. And then, as I was saying before about wood preserving it, this is some of these outdoor furniture. They'd had it for a year. It was looking a bit drab, and it was getting sun bleached. If they'd have left it much longer, they could have ended up having to throw it away. I think that took me a morning to paint, so you know the saving was quite good, maybe 2 litres of wood stain. So it's good for as it says, preservation and making your product look great. Why choose Mike Wilson Decorators? I've got over 40 years of experience. I started in 1978. Get the lay off, Glenn. I've got a QVC license, current blue card working with children. I'm fully insured, and I'm also CM3 approved, which means I can work on like your Westfields and your malls, CBRE, Frank Knight, which is hard to get accredited for, which I've just been accredited for. Painting certificates from UK, New Zealand, and I've got a diploma in project management and OHS over in Australia. I offer free, friendly advice, colour matching on your projects. I turn up on time and do what we agree. Thank you very much. We were world champions, that was about it.
Is there any little question?